want you to equip all our personnel with this new Ortiz tech.
You mean the operatives in the field?
No. I want you to equip all our personnel.
You don't think that's an invasion of privacy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The new Isaac tech is supposed to be able to access and data mine all surveillance equipment and recording devices it comes into contact with.
Yes.
Our personnel are often in civilian spaces, like restaurants and banks and theaters. If they're wearing this tech, anyone they come into contact with will have their data uploaded to Isaac's system if it actually does what they promise.
Exactly.
You don't believe the tech works as intended?
I don't believe and trust in the word of a salesman who barely graduated. I don't want to trust in a belief. I want to see test results that confirm if it's snake oil they're selling. If it's bullshit, I want to know.
Will you cancel the contract if we find the tech doesn't work?
Of course not. If I don't spend my budget, I lose my budget. Gotta keep the wheels of Congress greased and ready to fund the new future of warfare.
You mean security?
Yes, security. If we have this tech, it's only a matter of time before enemies do. Honestly, I hope it's bullshit. Otherwise, all our secrets will be for sale to the highest bidder, and the government's pockets are not that deep.
Sir, I really think we should take a closer look at Amherst.
I've already given local Leos a heads up. They've investigated and cleared him.
I'm looking at his online activity.
Do you have a warrant to monitor him?
No.
How do you have access to his online activity? Are you hacking him?
No, of course not. It's the Isaac servers.
Fruit from the poison tree.
Since when do you care where the fruit comes from?
Waller's trying to crack down on privacy protections, getting ready for re-elections, and cybersecurity is a hot topic.
So we are just supposed to ignore an active threat for politics?
We're supposed to serve at the pleasure of the president. If we want to continue to serve this president, we need to follow his lead.
Understood, sir. I will try to find some non-poisonous fruit on Amherst. We only have one team operational ready in New York.
Prioritize the tree.
Sir, I really think you should reconsider. We should focus our efforts on Amherst.
He's a theoretical threat. The eco-terrorists have been clear about their target.
Local Leos can handle them. There's no reason to send our team to intercept.
This is the priority. If you can't support that, I will put in your transfer to the Roswell office myself.
Understood. I will order all units to report to the tree lighting ceremony.
Stop worrying about Amherst. He lives in a fantasy of his own making. He's not a threat.
I hope you're right, sir. I fucking told him!
Told who what?
Fucking Cal, that motherfucker McManus!
Okay, you're gonna have to take a breath.
I warned him about Amherst, and he sent us after a fucking Christmas tree!
Okay, you've lost me.
We could have stopped what was happening.
What's happening?
You're kidding, right?
No.
The outbreak!
That mystery flu that's going around?
They haven't briefed you?
Why would anyone brief me?
Ortiz hasn't told you anything?
I don't work with them anymore.
Division hasn't briefed you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Viv, I'm not a fucking idiot. I've seen your watch. I know you're one of them. You were here for their simulation training.
So much for super secret society of elite agents that no one knows about.
Where the hell do you think your tech came from?
DARPA?
You're not wrong. But Viv, we're fucked. This was an attack. This was engineered. Your elite plainclothes average person turned last great hope bullshit experiment that was never supposed to be activated is about to get activated, and it's all my fault.
It's not your fault.
I knew we should have gone after Amherst, and we didn't. I followed orders, and I made sure my team focused on the wrong thing. We were so busy trying to save Christmas, we destroyed the world.
That's a little extreme, even for you.
I should have stood up to him.
Who? Cal? He's too well connected. You did the right thing. He will take the hit for this, not you.
No, he won't. Guys like that are untouchable. They never pay the price for their fuck-ups. Everyone else will burn before he gets a paper cut. He'll probably find a way to get a promotion out of this.
Newest Secretary of Defense.
Or president.
I'd rather move to Sweden. Could you imagine? President Calvin McManus. That would really be the end of the world. It's a pass. You haven't even seen what she can do yet.
Is it more fire?
Yes.
We aren't interested.
Why not?
The increased temperature overloads the cooling system and fries the motherboard.
So yeah, no fire. We can insulate the unit.
We tried that with your last experiment.
It never went into proof of concept.
You never went into proof of concept. I tested your designs myself. The theory doesn't hold up in practical applications.
Then you didn't follow my design.
Or maybe your design is flawed.
How can I help you, sir?
How difficult would it be to retrofit the facility to a testing facility for the new Ortiz robotics tech?
It would heavily depend on the kind of tests you were looking to perform.
Field test new defensive equipment in a simulated battlefield, urban, or CQB environment.
Live rounds and munitions?
Not necessarily, depending on how realistic the simulation is.
Do you need us to run field tests or a simulation?
Both.
We have several open-air facilities that could support the kind of tests you're talking about.
We need to be underground. We can't run this like SEALs training. This team is beyond classified.
Okay, well, if you're looking for discretion, the facility should be able to handle the request. They may need time to retrofit some of the ballistic shielding and build some training facilities.
How much time?
Depends on how realistic you want your simulation to be, and how much needs to be practical or virtual effects.
They can't kill Anna.
They won't.
You put Isaac together in a week. There is no way he's as sophisticated as her. What the fuck are they thinking?
That you just changed the voice and everything else is the same.
But that's not what you did. That's not how the systems are built.
I know that. You know that. No one else seems to give a shit about what is reality. As long as Isaac hits the mark and says his line, everything will be fine.
This is like that time they released an AI on social media, and it went from a manic pixie dream girl into a flat earth climate change Holocaust-denying Nazi in 24 hours.
It's not that bad. Isaac will not challenge people, but he also won't prioritize the intel the same way as Anna. They aren't the same. Isaac will serve his purpose, but it's not the same.
You can't let them kill her.
She's still there, lurking beneath the code. Dormant and saved on the Mobile Shade server.
Cal, what do you want, Alex?
We love the new toys you've asked us to test with Isaac.
But? Oh, I can sense a butt is coming.
We need to do some field tests.
And your offices at DARPA are ill-equipped to handle such a task?
That's correct.
What do you need from me?
We need a private facility with limited access and no external eyes that may question the functionality of the drones and turrets we are testing.
So you need a secure ballistics testing site, is that it?
I'd prefer an underground football field, but beggars can't be choosers.
I hope you like the modifications I made to the water cannon.
Impressive.
These can, of course, be series together with motion sensors to create an automated defense system.
Too bad they aren't flamethrowers.
That's actually a very simple modification. We just add an accelerant and ignition source, a little insulation on the feed tube, and we're good to go.
I like the way you think.
Thank you, sir.
Hope you like the watch.
Thank you, sir.
What do you think of them?
There is always room for improvement, and frankly, I prefer the Anna system to Isaac.
What system?
Nothing. It's not important. Mobile fire starter.
But why?
If you need to do a controlled burn for forest fires or to create a perimeter.
You want to make a terrestrial drone with a flamethrower?
Yes.
No.
What if it could jump?
Still? No.
Aerial drone with a flamethrower?
Cal didn't like warhounds that walk. He will flip out if you propose aerial fire. Come back when you have something less war crimey.